to its old state, so it is now immune to the side by both the Leopard 2 AX and the AFT-10. Apart from that, you now get inventory crates, which look like the old
loot boxes. Loot boxes
Caribbean
for
Crisis.
tanks.
I was gonna say Caucasian Crisis.
What do you think of the name Penetrator Enlarger?
Oh yeah, Speed Booster, which makes me honestly think that you've just given your crew like a bit of methane or something. Hygiene, there's a damage booster, speed booster. I mean, these are basically PvE crates.
I don't like
suppressor.
I don't like
Speed booster, damage booster.
To be fair,
speed booster, penetrator enlarge.
It is now cheaper to respawn. It is cheaper to respawn.
You get
kind of a mess.
You get the idea. Anyway, there is a couple of vehicles on Oscar Faraday's line. You get the new Griffin 50mm, which you can play. You can also play the M113 Hellfire, which at the moment
is an AFT-10.
Is an AFT-10, but you do get this fun stuff, 1300 pan, which is pretty decent, stuff like that. Spotting through 4 of those, camouflage sights, a control panel. Camouflage or shooting reduced by 50%, that is very good. And you also get more smoke as well. Shut the fuck up, we're currently doing this. Okay, can't click on the scimitar and the boofer isn't here either. There's also the Gal, which is, generally speaking, quite amusing. You get max spread while firing is improved by 50%. And when I take this through the thing, you'll see you'll see probably the better part about the reason why you're probably going to need that, because it has 2 bursts. It has the long burst fire mode, in which it fires a lot slower but you get a longer burst out of it, obviously, and there's the short burst mode, in which you basically throw your keyboard at somebody and go fuck you.
Yes, oh, I thought your light is 3000 hit points.
Now, it very much feels like the shells basically kind of function like key MP. Well, they have the multi-purpose part. I mean, this looks very amusing, but I feel like the gun should be bigger. So yeah, this is long fire mode.
People are complaining that the fast mode isn't fast enough and they want 4000 rounds per minute.
Oh, that amuses me far too much. Anyway, and this is a slow fire mode, so I'm gonna shoot. You can see there, this is probably better off, and is this does have pretty decent accuracy, but not really on the move so much. And apparently there is a effect which gives it 205 pen is not very great at all. Let's see how quickly we can unleash burst damage on this 99A2. You ready?
I was born ready.
Okay, so apparently the... Huh. This very much functions like a meme tank. So anyway, there's also some new bots on the challenge ground. More T15s, a T4, a T15-152.
That's more around interior red than just set them up.
Now I've got to figure out something which I cannot pen. Because... So, apparently there's a new thing installed in which... You see, basically they kind of function like heat MP rounds, is that they do damage to stuff that they can kind of pen. It's kind of all over the place, really. It's pretty funny though, I'll have to admit. But so far I'm not really particularly impressed by this, as it requires you to be up close and it requires quite a bit of exposure time, unless it's to lightly armoured vehicles such as that K21.
It's probably just meant to delete those things.
Yeah, to be honest, it very much feels like a gun version of an AFT-10. Depending on what its camouflage values and everything is, you may literally have to just spec into full Erin to hope for the best, really. The Griffin 50mm, however, is more useful that way.
It's quite nice.
Stat sheet wise, 125,000 DPM, 12% camo, 440 meters on the move. This thing is going to die very quickly. You literally don't have any armor. Auto cannons from 2 tiers below will go through you. So
anything from tier 2.
Next up is the Griffin 50mm, which we can actually play. It gets a tactical camouflage system, which gives you basically a bush to be in. APS pretty good.
Portable
Liner,
bush.
smoke grenades, portable bush. Aim time reduced by 20%. This is an autocannon, that doesn't really matter that much. Thermal sight, pretty nice. Gyroscopic lenses, and an improved gunner sight. So again, the Griffin does seem to be quite fun. Sabrina, maybe. It's kind of hard to put words for it, really. This is very much a quick play. We're going to literally just dive straight into Spec Ops on tier 10 after this. So they're not really going to be here for long. We're just having a quick look through. For the most part, there's not really that many vehicles added into the game at the moment. It's more of just like a bit of content update. There's a couple of patch notes and stuff running around. And according to these guys who are on with me right now, the Spec Ops at tier 10 is quite easy, which means if they're lying, I'm going to be severely annoyed. But yeah, interesting enough among autocannon vehicles is the Griffin 50mm actually has a 3-shot clip. So basically, press once and it all fires at the same time. There's a dragon, and apparently I'm not actually getting that much of an issue with particle effects right now, but
No, just wait until you have 2 of them.
oh yeah, 2 of them.
Remember the match we had earlier, Jay, on
Yep.
what was it again? What map? It's the one on Reactor where you have to get the scientist.
Pretty decent DPM. We're not going to stay on the test server for long. We're just going to try out all the Spec Ops missions, and then
Just 2 of them, so it's about half an hour of content.
wait for all of them.
No, there's only 2, but they last a little while.
Oh, okay. So that's the Griffin, and the last one you can play is the TTB, which is actually quite disappointing.
It's
I enjoyed
shite.
it.
I wouldn't
I
really
enjoyed
say
it,
so.
but
Let's compare the M1A2 as it is and the TTB. Now, the M1A2 has better hull armor. The TTB's 422 means it does have a very weak lower plate. It does have slightly better pen and DPM, but its reload time is only slightly less than the M1A2. And generally speaking, the only thing it has better than it going for is slightly worse aim time. Not going to be that much of a problem, really. But the only real good thing about this is
You can get
The unmanned turret.
yeah, the unmanned turret. So this thing is going to be a hold down monster because there's literally no way in hell you're going to pen this thing.
And you can get a
But
trophy
out of that role, it's finally a thing worse than the Abrams.
Actually, it could be penned by the crab. 834 steel. So there is a bit of a weak spot there, but overall speaking, this is very much going to function like a tier 9 Challenger Falcon, but with a significantly worse gun stats. I'm not going to bother with gameplay here, as it pretty much functions exactly like that. In terms of clip interlink, there is a 7.5 second or 6 second delay, and that's about it for this patch of new vehicles and everything.
He seems
He starts
very
off with 3 skills. Quick dash, acceleration of vehicle movement 25 points increased by 50. Fire rate is increased by 7.25. That's pretty much very much an MBT. Incoming damage to nearest vehicles moving under 5 kilometers increased to 0.6. So hit points. I mean, might as well, right? Crew
And then you can
resilience.
get 36% repair speed without the
It's pretty deep. This is a very much a big mishmash of skills. Maybe go for those 2. Commander's health increased by 28%. The 28% seems to be a pretty good idea. So what about if you go down there and get those 2? I don't know. I mean, Quadi, who's the guy who does all the commander guys at this point, is the person who does the good builds. So this is just me watching around, really. Spotting range increased by 15 meters. I imagine you might be able to simply just dump Those two. That could work. 30 meters of extra spotting range.
You can use them in most tanks.
Maybe.
That's correct.
Vision range increased by 30 meters. So 30 meters. 45. That pretty much means you don't need to use augmented optics. Interesting.